angels. Welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Welcome if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Christine. Welcome to another All Signs Love Tarot reading, All Signs Love reading, and as is very often the case here at the Tarot Closet, All Signs Love Messages reading. This is a reading that is not time-stamped. It's a reading for anyone who has found themselves here today. This is a timeless reading, meaning it is here for you. Yeah, when you find it, when it finds you. This is a fated connection. You are here when you're meant to be here. It means there is something here for you. There is a message here for you today. Welcome. I'm really glad you found your way here. It's the Ace of Wands in reverse. Not loving that. It is what it is. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius energy. So this is somebody who may have been, maybe still is. I think maybe still is. Hot and cold. Kind of coming in and out. Knight of Cups in reverse energy. Breaking promises. Okay. Let's see what else is going on here. Down in the description, you'll find all the decks that are coming in. You'll also find all the playlists, messages from your person, all zodiac signs, more all signs, love tarot readings, all zodiac sign, love readings. If you're on a twin flame journey, there are very long and very in-depth twin flame readings below as well. Remember, this is a general reading, so take what resonates for you and let the rest go. And before we begin your reading, I would like to take this time to invite you to like today's video and subscribe to the Tarot Closet if you have not. This helps the channel so much more than I can even describe. So thank you. I really do appreciate your support. Let's see what's going on, what more is going on with you and your person, because we're already seeing the Ace of Wands in reverse, and now we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. This is Virgo and Mercury energy, and it's also telling us that there's, well, yeah, this is a no contact and or in separation reading. For some of you, this can even be someone that you're nearby, you're near, even living with, not communicating well with, or maybe you're not communicating, or you're communicating with somebody far away, but you're having trouble. Can also be everything. No contact, no communication, and or in separation. So how does that resonate for you? The Ten of Pentacles is in reverse. So there's a sad, lonely energy in this disconnect. And it's somebody who there's a real strong feeling of rejection here. And it's a brutal feeling. And it's also the Wands, and it's in reverse here. So we see that it's that hot and cold energy. Were you in the Ten of Pentacles? Did you want to be in the Ten of Pentacles? Was it on the table? Because it has been disconnected. We can see that. Let's see what else is coming through. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us the cards. Aho. It's the Queen of Wands in reverse. It's the Five of Cups in the upright. The Four of Wands in reverse. Right here with the Ace of Wands in reverse. My throat chakra is getting a little nuts all of a sudden. Venus and Aries energy. So somebody has possibly moved out of a house, out of a dwelling, I want to say. But it can also be city, state, country, and of course just left the connection. It can also be that for some of you there were arguments around this. This is really clear. The Queen of Wands is also coming in reverse. And this is an energy of, well, more of the hot and cold energy. It's a coldness. It's a hot and cold energy. It's the Queen of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Four of Wands. It's the energy of love. It's the fastest energy, and here it's all in reverse. So everything is slowed down, but it has a really strong energy of hot and cold energy here. This is where your person's energy is the strongest. Your specific someone, the person you have come here for today, your person, or maybe somebody that's popping in your mind. It's the Five of Cups, Mars and Scorpio energy. So your person here today has regret for what? For leaving this connection, for leaving you feeling like they don't love you. The Nine of Swords coming in reverse. Look how this is wanting to go. Okay, so they're thinking about possibly a reunion here. Could it be that you're going to see this person? You might be seeing this person. Interesting. We see Temperance, catty corner here. This is Archangel Michael. It's in reverse. It's the angel for, well, protection, but also strength and lighting the way to the truth. Look, there's the path. There's the sun. That's also connected to the crown chakra, the knowing, the solution, the truth leading everyone to the highest and the best path. So for the highest good of your person, but also you, for everybody here, restoring harmony and balance in the connection. It's in reverse. So it is a feeling of, well, it's a little bit of disruptive energy, but it's also somebody who's really clearly not ready here, having a hard time coming. And it's an out of control energy. So a feeling of out of control energy, is that just for you? Is that your person as well? The King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so we can see what went on in this connection. They were not following through. And it really isn't that surprising, because we see it in the Ace of Wands in reverse and the Four of Wands, because there's a hot and cold energy. So it's somebody who's kind of coming in and coming out. The Four of Wands is Venus. It's the planet of love. It's Aries energy. And it's, well, yeah, it can be around coming in, having a homecoming and celebratory energy. There's soulmate energy here, reunion energy. It's in reverse. So it can even be for some of you that there was an argument and it was actually out of a place, you know, or it was around some friends and family here. The Nine of Swords is coming in reverse, Gemini and Mars energy. And this is telling us that there is some healing that is about to take place. We do see that your person is in the Page energy. That can be a little bit of immature energy. It can be chronological years, but it can also be, well, yeah, just the immature energy here. But we see in the Five of Cups that you're still in each other's energy. Are they full? It doesn't really appear to be in this particular card, in our Rider-Waite card today. But we see the emotions flowing. It's really fast. The Dark Cape. It is a darker energy. And that's the feeling of loss and grief. And everybody's here today, but your person in particular is, well, there's some guilt here and some regret. You see the cups are all knocked over. This water hasn't really dried yet. It's the emotional energy. So when did this happen? It can be that it's a recent event, but it's also really just telling me that it hasn't dissipated yet. It's still there, the emotional energy, the hurt. We see it quite literally. This 5 connecting us to the 5th chakra, of course, that's the throat chakra. Communication, clarification, possibly somebody not telling the truth. There's a lot of regret here. And in this 3 of Cups, in the upright, this is Mercury and Cancer energy. Mercury, of course, is the planet of the mind, the planet of communication. This is Cancer, but that brings in Gemini and Virgo for me. The divine timing, communication, growth, a very celebratory energy. So are they planning something? Could it be maybe that you're going to be seeing them at something here? But this is some reunion energy, and it's also via communication. So it can be that there's something incoming here. Ending, I want to say no communication. We really need more to see that. But we also know that the planet of the mind, Mercury, that they're thinking about it, and there's a lot of emotion around it. No, everybody's still here. Everybody is still here, and this has not been resolved. So is this a resolution to move on? Is this a resolution to move forward? It's the 8 of Swords, and it's coming in reverse. Okay, so yeah, the 8 of Swords in reverse, the 9 of Swords in reverse. So this is it's a liberation. It's liberating yourself, because here's the thing with the 8 of Swords, and we know that. It's Gemini energy. It's Jupiter and Gemini energy. So they've been holding themselves back. I feel from taking this to another level, but for some of you, it really is also somebody who's immature or just behaving immaturely, whether it's attached to their age or not. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. Of course, that's bringing in Pisces and Sagittarius as well. This is not a Pisces and Sagittarius card. And, well, yeah, that's in prosperity and growth, hope, and feeling optimistic. Somebody here was holding them back. Look what's here. That's the fortress, the castle. That's the journey of love for me. Look, and all the emotional energy that they're standing in, they're not looking. They're bound up. They're not communicating. They're not clarifying. They're really doing nothing here. And this 8 is an action number that's mastering something, accomplishing something. We know that they put themselves here. And we're also seeing it in reverse, and we're seeing the 9 of Swords in reverse. So it's somebody opening up in a different way. But this is somebody, I feel, that ran from commitment, whether you were already in it or it was what was coming, or the idea of maybe what was coming, because we also see that. And somebody may, again, have left an actual dwelling, a city, state, country, that sort of thing. But it's also the connection. And you can see that they've been indecisive and behaving, maybe even playing some games, not necessarily, but immaturely, because that Ace of Wands is telling us that there's a lot of false starts, and they just haven't really been super decisive, I want to say. And it's brutal energy of that weight of coming in, coming out, coming in, coming out. These are both coming off. That is also yours. Page of Swords. Yeah, so look at that. Holding on to this truth, holding on to this clarity that's a transactional energy. And it also is telling us that they are watching. So they could be planning something for some of you, that where you might be seeing each other. Maybe they're seeing that, maybe they already know that, but they're also thinking about it. They're keeping an eye on you. It's the Page of Swords. I mean, it's really clear. And that immature energy does come through again. It's kind of like an apprentice, you know, and they're holding on to, what is that truth? What is that clarity? Well, it's communication. It's the Death card in reverse. And actually, I need to pick this up again because it came together. And it's telling us that they're stagnant and moving forward with it. It's a stuck energy. And it really is... It really is a kind of a brutal energy, that it's really hurtful, is what I want to say, how long everything is taking here. The Death card, Scorpio energy, major arcana, of course, and it's also Pluto energy. That's regenerative energy. And it's telling us that it's stagnant. We can literally see that here. Somebody who's, well, yeah, that 9 of Swords energy, when that was in the upright, and you're both here. So who's not sleeping very well either, you can see that. There's a lack of communication, a lack of connection here. We see it in this 10 of Pentacles in reverse, which of course is it's an indication of what we see here, some conflicting energy. For some of you, you have a family with this person. That's not for everybody, but it's the connection, or it's the promise of the connection of what it could be, could have been, could still be. We don't really know. And of course, everybody has free will. Energies, outcomes can, will, and do change. The future is not fixed. So it's really up to the two of you. But we can see here in the partnership placement that it has caused some sleeplessness. And we see that they've been holding themselves back, and they're not anymore. They've been kind of looking, but not sharing this regret that they feel, and how they're thinking about you, and maybe even planning to see you, or thinking about, will they see you? Because we also see this King of Pentacles in reverse, Virgo. Why do I keep on having this is connected to the reading today. There's a tongue-tied energy. I'm kind of mixing up words and making new words here. I'm having a hard time talking. So this is somebody who is having a hard time communicating how they feel, and you can see that they have regret. The behavior here, I don't love it. The King of Pentacles, again, this is also Mercury energy, and that's not thinking about what? Well, not thinking about this connection. It's in reverse, the King of Pentacles. It's not following through with this offer. Look, they're holding right onto it, and of course, that's the scepter. That's the power of life, also connecting us to the Empress. That's growing and starting things, and it can be a new level, or even for some of you, this is a dating energy. It's not going to be for everybody, but you can see that, all the grapes, that's development and new beginnings and growth, and there's the journey of love, and there's the coming together energy, and holding on to the scepter, which is quite powerful, and then they don't give it, or they're not following through with promises. So whether that was this long-term energy you were in, and it was interrupted, look, quite literally for some of you, and it's even leaving a home or a dwelling or a place, whatever the case is, for sure, the connection. And it's an in and out energy. It's a hot and cold energy with that Ace of Wands. So somebody who's just maybe been, not really sure, coming in and out. And you can see that they were not They're holding on to this pentacle here in reverse. It's like a no follow through energy coming through. Also, there is a little bit of energy of jealousy. So what's that all about? Is that, whose side is that coming from? I think it's your person. Could also be you. These three are yours. They came right off. Okay. So I'm going to set this down. I want to show you the Two of Cups in reverse. Yeah, this is the separation energy. We already know what this reading is, but it's a validation. It's Venus in Cancer energy. So it's a validation of the breakup energy, the separation energy. What is that for you? And also that for a lot of you, there were some arguments around it. So this is what I wanted to show you, the stagnant energy. Here's the thing, they're not letting you go. And it can be for some of you, there is another person on somebody's side, because that is, this can sometimes be a little bit of a greedy energy. And we see the withholding here of this pentacle, the promises. We see that it's a hot and cold energy. Is this an apology only coming through? Is it just coming through here today? Maybe. Is it coming through in person? Because they're thinking about seeing you here and communicating. This is Mercury in Cancer. Or maybe, again, it could be that something is coming up because they're watching. Maybe you've put something out there. Maybe you already know about it. And for a lot of you, it can be surrounding family and friends. But they're also still needing to untangle something, one of those pentacles. So they haven't let you go. The communication isn't going on here either, but there's something that they know they need to untangle here. So that's what I feel like is going on. So what is that commitment that they're needing to untangle? Is it romantic, family of origin, cultural, religious differences, distance, whatever the case may be? And is that just to come in here and offer an apology? Because the Death card in reverse really is telling us that the hope, you're probably not going to be expecting this person if they do come in. The hope has been, there's some destroyed energy here, is what I want to say. What's going on here? The Hierophant, interesting. Okay. The World card and the Devil card. My gosh, look at these major arcanas coming in here together. The Hierophant, Taurus energy, divine masculine energy. A card of, for me, commitment, oftentimes marriage. So is this, for some of you, this might be your marriage, long-term commitment that was interrupted. Or here goes my throat chakra, and incredible, another commitment that's not going to be for everyone. But it is also telling us what we know, that this connection has been interrupted. There is a breakup, separation energy for sure. And there may have been some things said, some arguments going on. Because this is also telling me that this is in need of some repair. I mean, and look what's right next to it. It's the Devil card, Capricorn, and Saturn energy. And Saturn is, well, yeah, it can be the planet of restriction. It's also bringing in Aquarius energy. It's the Capricorn card, though. Karma, obstacles, life lessons. So what has been going on here? And again, whatever they decided here, whatever is going on with this Devil card energy, because there's some greedy energy coming here too, of something they're not letting go. So is it another partner? Is it an idea? Is it a commitment to being single? Because they're in and out here. It's a hot and cold energy. Is it not changing something in their life? Because they're needing to untangle that. And that greedy kind of hanging on to energy is also here in the Devil card. And whatever choices they're making here are affecting both of you. And it has disconnected things. We see it. And it hasn't been moving. And if this is someone you're wanting to come together with, this is, I want to say, an offer of hope for some type of counseling. And by that, it really can be anything. You know, you're going to know that, whether it's spiritual guidance, something further along, but needing some guidance in this connection is what I want to say to you, to really address everything that's going on here in this Devil card energy, because you're very clearly connected. This is really strongly connected as well to the Lover's card. They have a lot in common. So whatever is happening here, the World card is coming in the upper right. So I'm wondering if your person is coming in here wanting to restart things. It's not really super clear, but I gotta tell you, this is a card of completion. It's the World card. It's the divine timing, communication and growth, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius are here. They're signs they don't really love change. So I'm wondering, what is it? Because around the Hierophant, there's also some expectations, some traditions, and conformity, and things that either there's somebody in somebody's ear or somebody in their life that things have to be a particular way that might be influencing you or might be influencing your person. You can see it literally right here. But it can also be them in the way of the greed here. There's some envy coming through, addiction for some of you. There might even be third parties. A little bit, not a little bit, but yeah, third parties and romance is what I want to say. But we see here that there's this offer of hope that, wait a minute here, things possibly, there are the keys, there are the pillars, can be worked out, because this is long-term energy coming through here, divine masculine energy too. And we see that the long-term energy here, whether you were in it or it was on the table, has been disconnected. So there's still this hope here, but we still see the influence too. And we already know that because we see it in the Four of Pentacles. And that's also the 4 areas of support and stability. Mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. So there's the foundation, and then you have all the support that you need to hold it up. For some of you, quite literally a marriage, a dwelling. And I don't mean, building a house, but that just came through. So maybe that's something that resonates for someone. But it's just about the connection and everybody being available mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. And there's a lot of that you see there's a disconnect. We see them holding on here to this pentacle in reverse, not following through with promises, with what? So is it for some of you the physical disconnect, location? Spiritually, somebody who's tied to something that they're having a hard time letting go of or getting over, because we see that it's connected real strongly here with the Devil card. Family of origin, religious, cultural differences, location, what is that? And the World card is here for a reason, because it's a card of completion. So it's reaching that goal of working things out here that are still here. So do I feel like they're working on something here? I do, but I don't have this strong feeling of rushing in. I see that they're thinking about things and they have regret, but there's this kind of background energy that they're sort of watching. And they need to work something out here. We can see that. So this is an energy of coming in, and it can be somebody recent. And it's an energy of a union, whether it's communication or more. I mean, you can see that here also, kind of like a victory energy here. And it's life-changing. So it can be even getting closer to having some realizations here and wanting to get closer to you. It's soulmate energy here. And reoffer something that they weren't able to do here. And for some of you, that might be a proposal moving in together. For some of you, you may have already been married or heading that way. We see that in the Ten of Pentacles. So are they coming in here for you to reach that goal, or is this going to be a closure? Because it's something that's coming up now. It's somebody, you might know who this is, you might not, but coming up and popping in here and kind of bringing everything up and getting to a point where it's coming to some kind of completion. So whether that's reaching this Ten of Pentacles or going back in the Ten of Pentacles, uprighting this Two of Cups here, because that's a minor arcana. It's day-to-day decisions, and you can see that a decision was made here to separate, a decision that somebody took, an action that someone took that caused the separation, possibly some arguments, but everyone has free will. And the minor arcana is a day-to-day energy, so somebody's changing their mind and wanting to show what's under here. Ace of Cups, okay. And what I wanted to say was, I'm just going to set this down for a minute, this is wanting to be your overall energy, by the way, the Hierophant. So that somebody is changing their mind here is what I was about to say. Free will, and uprighting this and coming in possibly with some type of proposal, maybe even marriage. And that can also be the case here. It's a decision away, but it can really be going either way. And this is also coming through, which is interesting, because it's also telling us that that is a big part of why things were separated, why there may have been some arguments. It's the Ace of Cups in reverse. So it's feeling let down by your person. Look, it's connecting right with the Ace of Wands in reverse. The rejection, the false starts, the delays. feeling disappointed and depressed about it. So what was an offer taken back? It looks like it, yeah. Or they just weren't following through. Somebody was scared, or somebody had another commitment, whatever that's going to be. You know, it can be another romantic connection, but we know that it can be a lot of things that kept them from it. That double influence energy is still here. So we can see that there's something still obviously being worked out within your person and within the connection. But this is telling us that things are, the energy is coming forward. It's somebody coming back into your life, back into your energy. And things are going to start changing. And it can be life-changing. So it can be, well, yeah, it can be the ending for some of you if that's the direction that you're heading. And it can also mean coming back together. We're going to bring in some more. I'm going to bring in another deck now. And again, we see for some of you it might be that there is something coming up. Or somebody's even planning something, but it's communication for sure, and it can be in person as well. So there is a lot of Mercury energy here today, and Mercury is connected to reading and writing, probably archaic to handwrite a message, but for some of you that really might be the case if you're near your person. It won't be for everyone. I'll show you the bottom of the deck. But it's more likely email, SMS, social media, that sort of thing. But again, we see that it can also be in person. The Ten of Wands is telling us more of really what we already know in reverse. It's Jupiter and Sagittarius energy because we know it hasn't been moving forward. We know that the hope has been destroyed. We know that it's a lot of chaotic energy. Look at that World card in the upper right in between Temperance and the Death card in reverse. Because this Ten of Wands puts Jupiter in reverse, and we know that. So it's the lack of communication. It's not feeling, it's the lack of prosperity. It's the lack of hope. And it's also telling us, though, that it's time for recovering from that. It's time for forgiveness and a new start. So are you coming back together to start together, or are you moving on? Because it is forgiveness and it's a moving on energy. But that very well can be, and we need to bring in some more, a moving on energy from what happened. So therefore working things out. Working this out, which we also see in the Hierophant. So it really is, what do you want? What decisions are you both making here to see where things are heading? Because we see there the hope is actually still here, and the possibility to work things out, the sort of counseling, whether it's through external offers or it's within you and your community, your connection, that there is still the possibility for that. But it's definitely needing to be worked out either way, and it's coming to some sort of completion here. And that's telling us that too with these wands, which have been really prominent in your reading today. And that 10, of course, is a new cycle. It's the end of a cycle. It's a completion. It's a renewal. So are you starting off, are you going to have this sense of completion together and change your lives and separate, really separate, or are you coming back together? I feel like this is a really needing to do a lot of work reading. But two people who may have been together a long time or still haven't let it go. In any case, this 10 also deduces into a 1, and it's new beginnings, and it's also telling us that, yeah, there is still some potential here. And look, now the 5 of Cups is coming in reverse. So this is more of the energy of the 10 of Wands too, and a lot of the energy here. This is hope returning. This is forgiveness. This is recovering. And it's a moving on energy again too. So are you moving on from what happened, or are you moving on? Because we see here, look, I mean, we know it's a spinner, that you're both still in each other's energy. So are you crossing this bridge to this fortress, to your journey of love and continuing on? Are you crossing that alone? Because the water is still flowing here, and we can see that it hasn't been resolved. So this is a resolution either way, whatever it is you're deciding to do. Yeah, look at that. So it's turning into a little bottoms-up reading here. It's the Justice card, of course, Major Arcana, Libra energy, also the planet of love. This is the solutions. It's the truth coming out. And it's the solution, the highest and the best path for everybody. That's Temperance in many ways in the upper right here. Look, the sword is a little bit cut off, and the balance, the scales here are being held. That's balancing things out. Balancing out emotions, balancing out Feelings, obviously transactional energy here. It's the truth. It's a win-win for everybody. It really is. There's something here that's obviously needs to be resolved. So is the resolution something huge, like maybe even marriage or coming together, uprighting the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups, because we know that's really connected with the lack of follow-through here. The hot and cold energy, the false starts, perhaps the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, the long-term energy. So we know it's been interrupted. So is this decision, because this is an 11, it's a master number, and that's, of course, a new beginning, can be union as well, but it's also coming to a 2, and that's the 2 of you, and that's the balance. Again, bringing in the infinity symbol, which is connected to Libra, balance, truth. Of course, for some of you, twin flame energy, and the duality coming out of the dark. And I see here that it really is time. Whatever you're deciding to do here, it's happening. And you might know who this is, maybe you don't. I'm pretty sure that you probably know. And again, this decision here, this decisions here, possibly can be uprighting a lot of things here and changing the whole trajectory, because it really is about the decisions that everybody's making. It's not magic. Actually, I want to put it here because this page energy, this Page of Swords, the Page of Wands, looking right up at the Page of Swords saying, hey, I think it's that idea energy still as well. And that Page of Wands, you know, because that's kind of getting an idea, and it's the energy of love. It's the heart, and looking right up here at the Page of Swords and saying, do you think we've just been laying low for long enough now? Do you think we need to move forward? And Justice is here saying, yeah, almost a similar card as we know here in the Rider-Waite deck as the Hierophant. A lot of major arcana energy here today. So this was showing itself, and this was kind of being pushed off, wanting to show itself. It's in German, by the way. I forgot to tell you that. I'm in Austria, but you can see what they are. It's the King of Cups. Okay, so what's some of the truth here? How they feel about you. They have a lot more feelings than they've been letting on. Look at that, floating here on all this emotional energy, the waves. It's tumultuous, but it's a lot of emotional energy, and they're just sitting here holding on to their cup. There's a little ship back there, making sure that you haven't gone too far. We know that in the Page of Swords, and Justice is saying, yeah, okay, it's time to show. It's time to reveal what you've been hiding here. So they're coming in here with this is the Knight of Cups. As you can see, it's the Prince Charming card. It's romantic proposals. It's Scorpio energy, and it's Pluto energy as well. Pluto energy is regenerative energy. We see emotionally that they have been scared. Look, the horse is almost looking spooked. You know, what is in that cup? Because we saw the Knight of Cups coming in, didn't we? And we saw it in reverse. So it's telling me it's a spinner, because we know there have been broken promises, false starts, holding on to what? Something they've needed to release here that has deeply affected this connection. They do have regret for that, and you know, and the decisions that they made obviously affected and are still affecting the two of you, because there is this energy here, and that's wanting to show itself. And as I say that, this energy here, that's what it was. It was the Six of Cups, okay? So it's more Scorpio energy. And, well, yeah, it's the Sun in Scorpio energy. So there is a nostalgic energy here, and this is a reunion energy. Soulmate energy, for some of you, your twin flame. Past life energy, that's not for everybody here. This is remembering when things were good, and it's remembering, it's the regret too, also here in the Five of Cups, which is a spinner. Look at that, the return here of that as well. So this is really very clear. And again, this came in the upright. So this is the offer, but we know that it's spinning, because we know that there were some broken promises, some hot and cold energy, some games possibly. So what's in this cup? They're still a little scared, but we see how they feel about you. So are they offering an emotional apology? I think so. Are they, because the forgiveness is real strong here, and are you going to forgive them? And is it more? It can be, because we see here, and I really feel these spinning, and that's also part of why they're in reverse. But we also see in the World card and the Knight of Cups, which ultimately did come down in the upright with the King of Cups, Pisces energy, by the way, that they're coming in here with an offer. So for some of you, it can be really big, a proposal. That can be marriage, moving in together, talking again, but it can also be just, yeah, resolving things. Either way, there's resolution coming and there's some kind of offer here. What is in that cup? It's emotional energy for me. And there's more of that reunion energy. So we know that they're thinking a lot about it. Is there something that you maybe will be seeing your person at or could possibly see them at? Are they orchestrating it? It's not necessarily going to be an in-person reunion because, of course, it can also be by way of message. Okay. So that's the reading today, but I want to bring in some channeled love messages, and this is hanging off the deck. Don't ever change. Interesting, but that's wanted to come in. I'm going to bring in some my little channeled love messages today and some numbers and letters, and then we're going to close your reading. Messages from their higher self, channeled love messages. I really want to hold you. Don't ever change. That's interesting. So that's coming through in the Six of Cups energy for me, and also just the regret. The forgiveness that they're asking for is because they know that a decision that they made, connecting that Two of Cups, of course, to the Devil card as well, has affected everything here. I'm sorry I ran. Okay, so that's also clear. We know that. And that also comes through in the Five of Cups. That's the abandonment coming through. My world changed when I met you. Look. My world is dark without you. Wow. Yeah, that's actually a lot of that Five of Cups energy. Lots of realizations here. It's judgment energy for me. Ace of Swords energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Judgment. It's, yeah, Archangel Gabriel finding its way in here. The angel for messages. The herald of visions. Just, I am afraid to contact you. These are yours. Yeah, those are yours. You are my biggest wish. Actually, that goes here with near the Six of Cups. I'm sending you telepathic messages, so you may have already been receiving them or aware of them. And, you know, it can be in the way of dreams, repeating numbers, music, especially music. It's always very strong, and it's very strong today. I made so many mistakes. That's a lot of the regret here. Look, connecting, it's spinning, because that's coming in here with that regret, hoping that you can move past it and you will forgive them. Whatever you're deciding to do here, please wait for me. All connecting here around the Three of Cups, the King of Pentacles in reverse, and the spinning Five of Cups here. I really want to see you. So that was at the bottom of the deck. And yeah, that's Six of Cups energy. It's the Three of Cups energy. I care too much what people think. That's the Hierophant energy. So there can be some energy of someone or ideas within. This could also be you, of course, and you're going to know that. But within this connection that has altered the direction, and it is also playing a big part in decisions and lack of decisions and this lack of movement, the false starts, the delays. Yeah, that's real strong. You were so good to me. So remembering that, actually, that's more of the Six of Cups energy. Please never give up on us. That was Can You Feel My Love, but it turned really fast. Okay, so we're going to stop here. That's it. Then we're going to bring in some numbers and letters. Yes, I know you love me. You are perfect. Look, you are perfect. Don't ever change. Right here next to the King of Cups, looking right at it. I could listen to your voice all day and night. Musicians here, maybe, using your voice for something, work or hobby. Not necessarily, though. It's just loving your voice, which oftentimes we do when we love someone. But it's a particular message. So let's bring in some numbers and letters. Can be birth dates, anniversaries, initials, can also spell things. Sometimes I spell things, sometimes I don't. I will be putting it here and holding it up so you can pause it if you want to see if it's spelling something. so I do not look. Well, you got a lot today. And I can already see there are some vowels here. A-O, I. Do we have an E, Alex? There's a 0. Look, there's already a 1 here. So I first saw the 11, which we know is the master number in the new beginnings. Also coming down to a 2, decisions here. Coming out of the dark. But then I saw the 3rd one. So that's trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, trusting your intentions. And do you trust, sort of like trusting their intentions? You're going to know that because you need to trust yourself. Okay, you're on the right track. Look, 7, 7. 0, 0 as well. I like this for you, at one with the Creator. Infinite support from angels. Look at that, 6, 6 as well. So this is telling us really what we know with justice. Things are out of balance here, look. Communication, truth, the highest and the best path for everyone. Justice is here for a reason, Lady Justice. LJ, that could be a 0 too, giving us 3 zeros, interestingly enough. Yeah, and that's embracing this new start, whatever that is for you. But it's also, I think that might be an O too. 2 C's, a W, an M, G, Q, T, another M, Z, Z, another J, P. So here's another I. I'm putting the vowels up here. There's the 3. It's the divine. Divine timing, excuse me. I don't know if you can see it. Communication and growth. You don't really need to see it. There's another C, another L, another C, another Z, Z, and an N. M-A, look, man. Map. Pam. There's a lot to spell here today. Can also be initials, locations, L-O-C-A, local. What does that mean? Local. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. There's so much. There's so much to spell today. There's even TMI. Look, TMI. Too much information. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to hold this up for you so you can, if you want to spell some things out. Beautiful souls, that is your reading today. Thank you so very much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I really enjoyed your reading. If you enjoyed your reading, please like the reading. And yeah, watching, liking, sharing readings, subscribing to the channel, to the Tarot Closet if you haven't already. These are things that really help my channel continue to move forward. So thank you so very much. Thank you for your support, for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm wishing you love and light on your journey. Best wishes. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you at another love reading. Bye for now.